What's going on, y'all? It is Dalton, and we are back with another SPY trading recap video for July 29th, 2026. And it was a Wednesday, and I made some money today. I kept it really simple, got in one play, locked in a decent chunk for me, and I was cool. So we're going to talk about it. There's definitely a lot of opportunity to make a lot of money today. I mean, like, there is multiple different things. So here's where the market opened, right here. And I was watching at work, and right here, after the first 15 minutes, and then this candle broke down through the pre-market low with higher volume right there. Not quite as high as that, but higher volume in the last few candles. I I told myself to get into a sell, because that's kind of what I've been watching the last few days. I've been looking for sells, mainly, you know what I mean? And so yeah, I thought about getting into it, but for some reason I didn't. I wanted to wait for the retest, and it never really retested. It just dropped like insane, insane. Yeah, it'd been really, really easy play if I would have just caught that initial uh pre-market low break, because that's kind of what I was eyeing. But ended up taking my first play at 9.19. So yeah, I mean, thought about getting somewhere in here, but I was patient. It broke through this previous day low. Pretty significant candle, big candle. Lower volume though. Well, no, I guess it was higher volume. So that was a pretty good break. And this is where, like, in the past, I would just get in. You know what I mean? But I was disciplined. I waited for the retest. Like, I waited for up here. I waited for the retest, and literally it touched it, and as soon as it touched it, I got into a sell. I mean, like, pretty much, like, as soon as it was at that level, I just got into a sell, and I told myself, if it closes up above here somewhere, we get out. But anyway, so yeah, got in at 9.19 and I sold at 9.27. So literally, it was like right here, I think. I sold like in the 50s, 734.50, something like that. So honestly, like, not terrible, not a terrible little catch right there. So yeah, I decided to lock it in. I was at a job. I was up like $60. I think I made 58 on the trade. So I just locked it in. You know what I mean? And it did bounce. It bounced up, and it was definitely a little choppy for a minute. But you could have got in. Let's see. No. I would say if yeah. Okay, so that was higher volume than that previous candle right there. That could have been a good little entry. And if you wanted to even be safer, let it go up, and then you wait for the consolidation, and then maybe on that one right here, that next pretty good. The green candle engulfs the red candle. It overtakes it, the body. Higher volume. That would a good trade right there. Could have rode that to at least the previous day, the PDL. So yeah, I mean, that was another opportunity right there. If I was to trade again, that's what I would have been looking for. I was actually eyeing this one. This really stings. I saw this forming right here, and when this broke, I kind of thought to myself about maybe getting in, but I had a feeling it was gonna go down, consolidate, and then go back up. So I was watching this in real time, and I'm seeing the wick off the VWAP, the wick off the VWAP, wick off the VWAP, wick off the VWAP. You know what I mean? Like, and then it's closing above the EMA. So I thought about getting into a trade like right in here, and I didn't, and I just got busy and saw this. I mean, I would have 100% took that. I mean, 'cause, like, if we zoom in just on the hold up here. If you focus like only on the volume right here, it's stair stepping up, which is good. And it closed above the PDL. So I would have definitely took that. And I mean, it literally just shot $3 in a 5-minute candle. That would have been another really good trade to take today, right there. And then even again, I mean, it went down, touched the previous day low again, bounced up, and then when this candle is printing and I see it going back up this way, I'd probably get in. You know what I mean? And I mean, just easy plays, dude. Easy play. That was a $5 play right there. So I mean, like I'm happy with my little play, but I mean there was so much more money to make today. Tons more money. And that's just the downside of trading at work like I do. You kind of just got to get it in when you can get it in and lock it in when you can lock it in. Because you really don't have all day to kind of just pay attention and be able to, monitor a trade. So, anyway, there's that. And then lastly, big sell off to end the day. Right there, tweezer tops. Not totally, I guess, because there's wicks, but the bodies are pretty much identical. The same way it went up, went right back down. Lower volume, so I probably wouldn't have took that. But on this break and the retest, would have got back in there, and would have played out really good, obviously. So yeah, I mean it was a really good day for trades. I'm sure if you traded today, you most likely made money. I'm gonna go out on a limb there and say that you most likely made money. There's a few people I know that trade made money today, so if you did, congrats. If you didn't, hopefully you learned something from this video and from your trades and your mistakes you made. Because when the market looks like this, you should be making money. You know what I mean? When there's definitely multiple buy-in spots that you could just make a really good trade in and out, you want to be taking advantage of that because it's not always gonna, be as what's the word, like not as easy, but there's not always gonna be opportunities like this today. You know what I mean? So yeah, hopefully you guys took advantage. Um, if you didn't, lock back in, learn from your mistakes. Don't get worked up over it. You know what I mean? Don't be mad at the market. You control your trades, everything you control. So just bounce back. You know what I mean? Learn from your mistakes, bounce back, keep a level head, and yeah. So thanks for watching this video. If you did stay this long, um, again, one trade today made $58, and I was done for the day. So yeah, good stuff. I will be back tomorrow with another recap video for however tomorrow goes. Hopefully, we we continue to be locked in, finish the week strong, and lock in another green day. So that's all for today, guys. Thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.